I'm going to be honest with you. When I first read this letter, I had to put it down halfway through. A grandfather writing to a grandson he'd never meet, knowing he had weeks to live? The words John Wayne wrote in April 1979 have shaped 3 generations of his family. And after you hear this story, they might just change you too. The envelope is yellowed with age, 18 years in a drawer, sealed, untouched. The handwriting on the front is shaky but legible. To my grandson, open on your 18th birthday, Duke, April 1979. Nicholas Wayne holds it in his hands. He's just turned 18 today. His mother, Aisa, sits beside him on the couch. His aunts and uncles are here too. All of John Wayne's children have gathered for this moment. They've been waiting for this day since Nicholas was born. None of them know what the letter says. Their father wrote it alone in his study one night, sealed it, gave it to Aisa with strict instructions. Don't open this until Nicholas turns 18, and don't read it before he does. This is between me and my grandson. That was in April 1979. John Wayne died 2 months later. He never met Nicholas, never held him, never saw him take his first steps or say his first words. But he knew Nicholas was coming, and he wanted to make sure his grandson knew he mattered. Nicholas's hands shake as he slides his finger under the envelope flap. The seal breaks after 18 years. Inside, 3 pages, handwritten. The ink is slightly faded. The paper smells like old wood and tobacco. His grandfather's study, a place Nicholas has only seen in photographs. He unfolds the pages carefully, starts to read, and within seconds, tears are streaming down his face. Before we continue with what the letter said, let me ask you something. Did you ever receive a letter that changed your life? Drop a comment below, and tell us what state you're watching from today. It's April 1979 in Newport Beach, California. Spring is in full bloom. The harbor outside John Wayne's house sparkles in the afternoon sun. Sailboats glide across the water. The sky is that perfect California blue that looks fake in photographs. It's the kind of day that makes you forget death exists. But inside Wayne's study, death is the only thing on his mind. He's 72 years old, stomach cancer. The doctors gave him months, maybe weeks. He can feel it eating him from the inside. The pain is constant now. He takes pills. They help, but not enough. His daughter Aisa is 5 months pregnant, due in August. Her first child, Wayne's first grandchild, a boy. They've already decided on the name, Nicholas. Wayne will never meet him. The math is simple. August is 4 months away. Wayne will be lucky to see June. He's thought about this a lot in recent weeks, about what it means to die before someone is born, about the hole he'll leave in Nicholas's life, about all the things he won't get to teach him, won't get to show him, won't get to give him. Wayne has 7 children from 3 marriages. He wasn't a perfect father. He knows this. He was gone too much, filming in distant locations for months at a time. He missed birthdays, missed school plays, missed the daily moments that build a relationship. He tried. God knows he tried. But movies demanded everything, and Wayne gave everything to movies. His marriages suffered, his children suffered, and now, at the end, he sees it clearly. All the things he should have done differently. But with Nicholas, he has no chance to do anything at all. The boy will grow up knowing his grandfather only through films, through stories other people tell, through photographs and old interviews, never through actual presence. Unless Wayne can find a way to be present from beyond the grave. That's why he's sitting at his desk tonight, legal pad in front of him, pen in hand, trying to figure out how to reach across time, how to be a grandfather to a boy he'll never hold. He's written 3 drafts already, thrown them all away. Too preachy, too sentimental, too formal. He wants this to feel real, personal, like he's sitting across from Nicholas, man to man, grandfather to grandson. Wayne picks up the pen again, starts writing. This time, the words flow. Wayne's own childhood was complicated. His father, Clyde, was a failure. Wayne loves him, but there's no other word for it. Failed pharmacist, failed rancher, failed businessman, drank too much, complained too much, died disappointed and broke. His mother, Molly, was bitter, educated woman trapped in poverty. She took her frustration out on Clyde, made him feel smaller, weaker, less than. Young Marion Morrison, before he became Duke, before he became John Wayne, watched all this, learned what kind of man he didn't want to be, learned that providing for your family matters, that strength matters, that you stand up instead of giving up. But he also learned the wrong lessons. He learned to measure a man by his work instead of his presence. He learned that success means never stopping, never slowing down, never admitting weakness. Those lessons made him a star, and they made him a distant father. Now, dying, he wants to pass on the good lessons without the bad ones. He wants Nicholas to be strong, but he also wants him to be present, to understand that success without family is just emptiness. Wayne writes for 2 hours. His hand cramps. The cancer pain flares. He has to stop several times, take pills, breathe through the waves of nausea. But he keeps writing. When he's done, he reads it over. 3 pages, front and back. His handwriting is worse than usual. The illness makes his hands shake, but it's legible, and it's honest. More honest than he's been in years. He folds the pages carefully, slides them into an envelope, writes on the front, "To my grandson, open on your 18th birthday. Duke, April 1979. He sits there for a long time, just looking at the envelope, thinking about Nicholas, about the world a boy will grow up in, the 1980s, the 1990s, the future Wayne won't see. What will America look like? Will the values Wayne believes in still matter? Will anyone care about honor, duty, family, faith? Or will the world move on? Leave these things behind like old Western movies nobody watches anymore? Wayne doesn't know, but he hopes. He hopes that 18 years from now, when Nicholas reads this letter, the words will still mean something, will still have weight, will still connect. He seals the envelope, writes a note to Aissa. "Give this to Nicholas on his 18th birthday. Don't open it before then. This is between me and him. I love you, sweetheart. Dad." 2 months later, Wayne is dead. Aissa is 7 months pregnant. She stands at her father's funeral holding the envelope, wondering what's inside, wondering if she should break the seal, read it now. But she doesn't. She made a promise, and Wayne family keeps their word. The envelope goes into a drawer and waits. 18 years is a long time. Nicholas grows up knowing his grandfather only through legend, through True Grit and The Searchers and The Shootist, through stories his mother tells, through magazine articles and television specials. "Your grandfather was the toughest man in Hollywood," Aissa tells him, "but he cried at weddings. He loved his family, and he regretted not being around more." Nicholas asks questions. What was he like? What did he sound like in person? What did he smell like? What made him laugh? Aissa answers what she can, but there's a distance, a gap between the legend and the man, between the movie star everyone knows and the grandfather Nicholas never met. The letter sits in the drawer, waiting. Nicholas turns 5, 10, 15. He becomes a good kid, plays sports, gets decent grades, stays out of trouble. But he struggles with identity, with knowing who he is, with living up to a name he inherited but didn't earn. "You're a Wayne," people tell him. That means something. But what does it mean? Nicholas doesn't know. How can you live up to a grandfather you never met? How can you honor a legacy you don't fully understand? He thinks about the letter sometimes, the sealed envelope his mother keeps in her dresser drawer. She's shown it to him. Let him hold it, but never let him open it. "When you're 18, she says, your grandfather was very specific. 18. Nicholas doesn't understand why. Why that age? What's so special about 18? But he waits, because that's what Waynes do. They keep their word, even to dead grandfathers they never met. And then, finally, April 1997 arrives, Nicholas's 18th birthday. The family gathers. Aisa brings out the envelope. "Your grandfather wrote this 3 weeks before he died," she says. "I've never read it. None of us have. This is his gift to you, his words. Take your time." Nicholas opens it, starts reading, and discovers that his grandfather knew him better than Nicholas knew himself. The letter begins simply, Nicholas, just his name. But even that feels powerful. Wayne knew his name, chose it, approved it, connected to it before Nicholas existed. "I'll never hold you, but I need you to know. You come from fighters." Nicholas pauses, looks up at his mother. She's crying. He keeps reading. "Your great-grandfather fought in the Civil War, Union soldier, lost 3 fingers at Gettysburg, came home, rebuilt his life, never complained. I grew up hearing his stories, about what real courage looks like, about standing up when it's easier to fall down." Nicholas didn't know this. Nobody ever told him about his great-great-grandfather, the Civil War veteran, the man who lost fingers and kept fighting. "I fought cancer, twice, lost the second time, but I fought. That's what we do. Wayne men don't quit, even when we're losing, even when death is certain. We stand up, we face it, we don't turn away." The words hit Nicholas hard. He's never thought about cancer as a fight, never thought about his grandfather's death as an act of courage. But reading this, he understands. Dying with dignity is its own kind of strength. Your mother is stronger than both of us. She's the toughest person I know, and I've known a lot of tough people. She'll teach you what I can't. She'll show you what real strength looks like. Not movie strength, real strength. The kind that endures, the kind that loves, the kind that forgives. Aisa is sobbing now. Nicholas reaches over, takes her hand, keeps reading. "Life will test you, I guarantee it. You'll face moments where you want to quit, where giving up seems easier than pressing forward. When those moments come, and they will come, remember, Wayne men don't quit." Nicholas feels something shift inside him, a weight settling. Not a burden, a foundation, an anchor. We stand up, we protect the weak, we keep our word, we show up. We do the right thing even when nobody's watching, especially when nobody's watching. That's what separates men from boys. That's what separates character from reputation. Wayne's handwriting gets shakier here. Nicholas can tell his grandfather was getting tired, or the pain was getting worse, but he kept writing. "I wish I could teach you to ride a horse, to throw a punch, to face down a bully, to ask a girl to dance, to apologize when you're wrong, to stand firm when you're right. But your grandfather ran out of time." Nicholas can barely see the page now through his tears. "So learn from your mother. She'll teach you honor better than I ever could. She'll teach you kindness, patience, real strength. The strength I spent my whole life trying to find." There's a long paragraph here about Wayne's regrets, about being gone too much, about choosing work over family, about realizing too late that success means nothing if you're alone at the end. "Don't make my mistakes," Wayne writes. "Be there. Show up. Your kids won't remember the money you made or the promotions you got. They'll remember if you were there, at the game, at the recital, at dinner, present. That's what matters." The letter is almost over. Wayne's handwriting is barely legible now, but he pushes through. "And when you're scared, because you will be scared sometimes and that's okay, remember, I'm proud of you." Nicholas stops breathing. "Even though I never met you, even though I'll never see the man you become, I'm proud. Because you're a Wayne. That means something. Not because of movies or fame or any of that Hollywood garbage. It means you come from fighters, from people who stood up when others sat down, from men and women who kept their word, from a lineage of imperfect people who tried their best." The final paragraph is just 3 sentences. "Make mistakes, you're allowed. Just make sure you learn from them. And never, never give up on the people who love you. That's the only thing that matters in the end. Your grandfather, Duke." Nicholas sits there holding the pages, crying. His whole family is crying. The letter has been passed around now. Everyone's read it. Everyone understands. This is John Wayne's final role. Not a cowboy, not a soldier, not a hero on screen. A grandfather, reaching across 18 years, across death itself, to tell a boy he never met that he matters, that he's loved, that he's not alone. Nicholas Wayne is 46 years old now. It's 2025. His grandfather has been dead for 46 years, longer than Nicholas has been alive. But that letter stays with him. He's read it hundreds of times, memorized every word, felt the weight of every lesson. He framed the original pages. They hang in his office, behind glass to protect them from age and light. But he made copies, keeps one in his wallet, one in his car, one by his bedside, because the words still matter, maybe more now than ever. Nicholas became a high school teacher, history and civics. He could have gone into entertainment. The Wayne name would have opened doors, but he wanted to do something that mattered, something that helped people, something his grandfather would respect. He got married in 2005, had 3 children, 2 boys, 1 girl, and when his first son was born in 2006, he named him Duke. "After your great-grandfather?" his wife asked. "After the man who taught me what being a grandfather really means," Nicholas answered. Nicholas coaches Little League, attends every school play, never misses a parent-teacher conference. He's there, present, the way his grandfather wished he could have been. His own father died when Nicholas was 12. Heart attack, sudden. Nicholas barely remembers him, but he remembers the letter, the voice of a grandfather who took the time to reach across death, to be present even in absence. In 2015, Duke, Nicholas's son, turned 9 years old enough to understand. Nicholas sat him down, showed him the framed letter, told him the story. "Your great-great-grandfather wrote this before you were born," Nicholas said. "Before I was born, before anyone knew we'd exist. But he knew we'd be here, and he wanted us to know what matters." Duke read the letter, slowly, carefully. When he finished, he looked up at his father with tears in his eyes. "Are Wayne men really like this?" he asked. Nicholas thought for a moment, then answered honestly, "We try to be. We don't always succeed, but we try." That's what the letter teaches. Not perfection, persistence. Not success, character. Not fame, family. Young Duke nodded. "I want to be like him." "Then be present," Nicholas said. "Be kind, keep your word, stand up for people who can't stand up for themselves." That's what great-great-grandpa Duke wanted. That's what he fought for his whole life. Not just in movies, in real life. The letter has been passed down now. Nicholas gave the framed original to his son Duke when Duke graduated high school. "This is your inheritance," Nicholas told him. "Not money, not fame. These words, this legacy, keep it alive." And Duke will, because that's what Wayne men do. They keep their word, they show up, they pass on what matters. John Wayne wrote that letter 46 years ago in a study overlooking Newport Beach Harbor. He was dying, in pain, scared, alone with his thoughts about all the things he did wrong, all the people he let down, all the moments he missed. But in that darkness, he did something right. He reached forward, across time, across death, across the unknowable gulf between generations, and he spoke to a boy who didn't exist yet, told him he mattered, told him he was loved, told him what it meant to be a man. That letter has shaped 3 generations now. Nicholas, Duke, and Duke's children someday. The words keep echoing, keep resonating, keep teaching. Because real legacy isn't what you leave behind, it's what you build into people. The values you pass on, the lessons you teach, the love you express even when you can't be there to express it in person. John Wayne made 179 films, won 1 Oscar, became an icon. But his greatest role? Grandfather to a boy he never met, teacher to generations he couldn't imagine, voice in the darkness saying, "You matter, you're loved, keep fighting." The letter still hangs in Nicholas's office. Visitors see it, ask about it. Nicholas tells the story, every time, never gets tired of it. Because it's not just his story, It's everyone's story. Everyone who lost someone too soon. Everyone who wishes they could hear their father's voice one more time. Everyone who wants to know that love transcends death, that connection outlasts breath, that legacy is built not in years but in words, in choices, in the decision to reach across time and say, I see you. I'm proud of you. You're not alone. Wayne, men don't quit. Even death can't stop them. They just find new ways to show up, new ways to be present, new ways to love. That letter proved it. 18 years in a drawer, 46 years of influence, 3 generations shaped by one dying man who took the time to write down what mattered. If you're watching this and you've lost someone, remember, their words don't die. Their lessons don't fade. Their love doesn't end. It just transforms, becomes something you carry forward, something you pass on. And if you're someone who has words to say to your children, your grandchildren, the people you love, don't wait. Write them down. Say them now. Create your own letter that reaches across time. Because you never know how long you have, and you never know how desperately someone will need to hear those words someday. John Wayne knew, and he acted. And 18 years later, a boy he never met discovered he was loved by a grandfather who died before he was born. That's legacy. That's what matters. That's what endures. Hit subscribe if this story touched you. Drop a comment. What would you say in a letter to someone you'll never meet? Share this with someone who needs to remember that love outlasts death. And stay with us. We have more stories about the Duke that remind you what real men look like. They don't make them like John Wayne anymore,